What do you think makes people truly happy? Do you think it's having an easy life? How much money you make? What about how smart you are? What if I told you that a bigger predictor of authentic happiness is related to how gritty you are? This is really exciting for all of us. Research suggests, and Phil and I have experienced firsthand, that grit is a route to experiencing meaning and purpose in life.
We think of grit as grinding through resistance to an irresistible target. When you're moving towards an irresistible target, then your daily actions provide a source of meaning and fulfillment. And this is our main idea. Authentic meaning, purpose, and fulfillment, it's experienced in the journey of building grit, especially when moving towards an irresistible target.
Researchers have found that grit is associated with many positive psychological outcomes, such as life satisfaction, harmony in life, and positive emotions, such as optimism and gratitude. In our own lab with a study of 233 professionals, we found that grit was associated with authentic, stable happiness. Now, authentic, stable happiness is experienced when individuals have consistent states of inner peace. And this is different than fluctuating happiness. Fluctuating happiness is experienced when individuals seek out and approach high levels of pleasure, but avoid discomfort or difficulties. Ironically, research suggests that individuals who shy away from being uncomfortable and don't like to face challenges end up experiencing more negative emotions. So collectively, what these studies suggest is that grittier individuals tend to be happier.
Yeah, we really need a paradigm shift here. And for many of us, it may even require putting on a new set of lenses. Knowing that grinding through resistance to an irresistible target is a route to experiencing meaningful fulfillment, well, then we should actually view grit as an opportunity, receiving it as a gift even, to grow, rather than something to be avoided.
In another study working with undergraduate students, we found that grit significantly predicted meaning in life, and self-regulation, psychological well-being, and purpose in life helped explain this relationship. So it seems that grinding through resistance towards an irresistible target benefits us much more than just achieving our goals. Not only are grittier individuals happier, but they experience more meaning and purpose in life. Now, a well-established finding in psychological science is that having goals and a sense of purpose serves as a catalyst for working really hard at high intensities for really long periods of time. So it's important that we identify a target that's truly irresistible to us, because that target provides purpose. And purpose provides the why for grinding through resistance day after day. Take, for instance, a Sherpa. A Sherpa is a professional mountain guide who is paid to assist his or her clients summit some of the world's tallest peaks. The Sherpa's target is greater than ascending and descending Mount Everest. His target provides a means to support his family, and he is partly responsible for his trekking group's safety and their lives. Now, Sherpas have one of the most difficult and dangerous jobs on this planet, but they don't view their work as drudgery or as a burden. They view their work with a great sense of pride and honor.
In physical training, we have adopted the saying from the military, embrace the suck. To choose grit is to embrace the difficult. I know, sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? But in fact it is, because that's where we experience growth. You think about a time in your life when you were faced with a challenge and you had to choose the harder right versus the easier wrong, when you had to choose grit. For me, I think back a few years ago on an abnormally warm day in December, and I decided to run the backcountry roads as I would often do during the warmer months. Now, the first half of my run, almost effortless as I ran with the wind at my back. When I got to my halfway point, Graham Road, I was met with incredible resistance in the form of wind. So much so that it literally stopped me in my tracks when I turned around. Then I felt like I was in one of those remember the old V8 commercial where you're running at a 45-degree angle? Just so I wouldn't get blown into the ditch. But this would be a pivotal moment, a moment that I'd be faced with a choice. I could quit, call my wife, have her come get me. I could slow down or even walk. Or I could view this as an opportunity, receiving it as a gift and run harder. There's an innate power when we face resistance with greater resistance. It shapes our daily experience. Each of us face opportunities just like this every single day. And when we choose grit, we never know where that may lead us or how that will benefit us. For example, it would be that moment on an abnormally warm day in December, by choosing grit, that actually birthed the way that we think of grit. It led to Rena and I's partnership. More importantly, her family and I's lifelong friendship. And subsequently, it actually led to this moment right here, right now, on the TEDx Circle.
Every day we all face choices and how we will respond to the resistance, just like Phil did on his run. These seemingly insignificant moments provide opportunities for growth and development. Because no matter what you do, if you do it to the best of your ability and choose grit, then every day you are evolving and you will experience authentic happiness because you are moving forward. Whether you are in a service industry, an executive, a sales rep, or a student, you will benefit from experiencing meaningful fulfillment from demonstrating grit. Let's consider parenting for a moment. Although anyone can become a parent.
Actually, that's the fun part. I've got 4 kids.
Phil, I'm not talking about making kids. I'm talking about parenting, which is a lot of work. In fact, good parenting requires some serious grit. The irresistible target is raising socially responsible and compassionate sons and daughters. And when keeping this target at the forefront of our mind, then parenting with daily grit provides a deep sense of meaning and purpose. It is no longer a chore, but a gift.
Yeah, and this brings us back to the beginning of the process, because the journey never ends. We never reach the destination. And although the irresistible target is essential, living grit is about the love of the journey, the joy of experiencing growth and development. So the steps are continuously revisited with new self-discoveries and opportunities to grow that will occur at even unexpected intervals. Think of your life right now. What situation or challenges are you presented with right now that you are facing that are presenting themselves as an opportunity to be received as a gift to choose grit? We encourage you to make the choice. You never know where that will lead you or how that will benefit you. One thing is for certain, you will grow stronger. And in the event you apply the above and you fall short of that objective, that irresistible target, well, we actually believe you're still victorious. And here's why. Authentic meaning, purpose, and fulfillment is experienced in the journey of building grit more than the destination. You are victorious because you chose the harder right versus any of the easier wrongs. And because you made that commitment, you grew stronger in each of the success quotients. And if you continue to make that choice and choose grit, well then, it's the law of averages. You'll achieve your targets more than you will not. And this is grit, grinding through resistance to an irresistible target. Building grit fosters a life of meaning and purpose. It's about living life to the fullest so that your daily actions provide a source of meaning and fulfillment. So friends, grit is not a respecter of IQ. It's actually a muscle that can be built and strengthened through daily intentional actions. Grit is more than an idea. Grit is a way of life. It is a route to experiencing meaning, fulfillment, joy, and purpose. Thank you.